Welcome back to Fit for Life with Karen. Today is going to be relaxing. I think you'll enjoy it. You've done it before with me, or maybe you do yoga anyway. And if you do, that's wonderful. More power to you. I want to start with Namaste, which is a greeting. The word is a Sanskrit word, and it just means hello, just acknowledging yourself and the people around you. Some people use this at the end, when they're saying goodbye. So I'm saying Namaste. Why is yoga good for you? I mean, there's a million reasons. It's especially good for seniors. I think sometimes we have more stress than younger people, but maybe not. It's good for everybody. It's great. It can sharpen your memory, definitely. It can reduce stress, and that's the reason I use it. You know, there's a lot going on in our lives, in the world, and we need to have a calming influence. Standing yoga can improve your balance. We're doing seated first, and then we'll be standing later on. It improves flexibility, as I said, and it also improves your strength. So it does a lot for us, but it's good for depression. Some people are normally depressed. It doesn't mean there's something wrong with you. And it just makes us feel better about ourselves. And we're going to start with the yoga breath. And you've done it before with me. And we're going to start by just breathing up through the nose, holding that breath, and exhale through your mouth. If you want to make that whooshing sound, it's okay. If you don't, you might be in a group and not want to do it. So we're breathing up, 2, 3, 4, and 5 if you can, holding for 2 breaths, and then breathing out, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. Even 6 would be better. Try to make the exhalation a little bit longer than the inhalation. So let's do it again together. Breathing up, 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 2, holding it and exhaling through your mouth. And as you exhale, let your chin just drop down naturally. Getting a nice stretch on the back of your neck. It does feel good, doesn't it? It certainly does. But it just slows me down. It's calming. I'm going to come forward in the chair a little bit. Make sure you have your water with you. And we're going to do Salute to the Sun, which this is a much easier way of doing it. It's normally done standing up, and then you're down on the floor again, and then you come back up again. So let's just breathe up as we bring our arms up. Just doing that is relaxing. And exhale and just bring those arms down to your sides. You can keep your head up if you have to. You can do it with your eyes open or closed. It doesn't matter. So we're going to breathe up as we bring our arms up and we bring the body up. Breathing up now, holding, and then exhaling again. So the breath is really, really important. It just works beautifully with the movements, the yoga movements, or asanas as they're called. Okay, we'll come right back up again. We're just going to clasp our hands together, turn them over, and let's just breathe out this time. You're sitting nice and straight. You're pulling that chin back. So with every breath, I think you're going to be more relaxed if you're doing it correctly. And it's quite simple. There are different ways of yoga breathing, and I believe we're doing the simplest one. Let's just grab those elbows and pull across. Wonderful. And then to the other side. So today we're taking it easy. We're not punishing ourselves with strength training. Pulling back. Wonderful. Let's just drop the chin down again. So we're sitting forward in the chair just a little bit. And then we'll bring the head back up. Wonderful. We're going to do our 4 spinal exercises because there's a lot of that type of movement in yoga. So let's just breathe up through the nose again. Open those feet. And just let go and exhale and just feel so relaxed. Let those arms drop down. If you can touch the floor, that's fine. Or your foot or even your ankle. Keeping the head up as much as possible. If you can drop your head forward and that's comfortable, but I don't really advise it too much for seniors in general. And let's do one more. Just bringing those arms up as you take a breath up, up, up. And let's exhale, but keep the arms right up here where they are. Grab that wrist and we're going to pull up again. We've done this many times. So we're doing our natural breathing now. Good. And then you're going to grab your other wrist and pull right up again. Wonderful. Now we've already done this, but we're going to do it again. All right, these are the 4 spinal exercises I give you. And of course, the spine is used a lot too in yoga. So we're going to breathe up. And here comes that spinal flexion again. Dropping down. If you can, try to flatten your back out here. I find if I just put my hands here, place them right against the leg, it's easier, kind of pushing in and then flattening the back as much as possible. Wonderful. So this is spinal flexion, we know that. Coming up slowly. Wonderful. All right. Now we're going to do spinal extension, and we've already done that too, but we're going to do it again. We're going to breathe up as we bring that arm up. Hold that breath and exhale down. Wonderful. All right. Grab the other wrist. We're going to breathe up through the nose. So this is called spinal extension. And then just your natural breathing. Wonderful. And bring those arms down. We're going to push ourselves back in the chair just a little bit. Wonderful. We're going to do spinal rotation. So you're going to just take your 2 hands, hold on to the arm of the chair, pull those shoulders down. Try to remember that good posture with yoga too, and yoga will help you. If you do it, it works. So we're just going to pull that chin right in, and we're pulling ourselves around to the other side also. And we're going to hold this now for a few seconds. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now we're going to breathe up through the nose as we turn to the other side. And exhale, 2, 3, pull the shoulders down, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Wonderful. And then we'll come back slowly. And we're going to bend the spine. That's one of the 4 basic spinals, and the last one actually. Holding on and just dropping down. Let the arm just hang down here. And I must be really stretched out today because it's easy to do. As we come up, we'll breathe up and exhale down. Touch if you can. If you cannot, it doesn't matter. You're still getting a nice stretch. And let's do this one again. Breathing up through the nose. I'm getting very relaxed. And exhale as you bend down to the other side. Good. If you can make a fist and then try to touch, you'll get a better stretch. Do the best you can. Breathing up again. And exhale and just drop that arm right down. Good. And we'll come back up again. How does that feel? Let's do this one. 1 foot in front. We're just going to do some circles now to loosen up your upper back. These are easy. And 3, and 4, and 5. It's a great little stretch. As I said, it's for your shoulders mostly, your upper back. Let's do 2 more. Good. And then around again. Then just bring those shoulders in. Bring your elbows in. And let's take a breath up first while we're here, breathing up. And let's circle to the back as you breathe out. Can we do those 2 things together? Yeah, we can. Nice big circles. Oh, yeah. So yoga is good for strength. It's good for flexibility. It's good for balance. And it's good for relaxation, clearing your mind Wonderful. Let's try this. Let's come forward in the chair again, or take a sip of your water. You might be dry from all that breathing, that yoga breathing, right? Here we go. This one I find comfortable. You might be doing a movement like this in yoga. One leg is out, the other leg kind of straight, but maybe if we put it out to the side just a little bit more, it'll be even better. So all you're going to do, this leg is out, this arm is coming forward. You can hold on to the chair if you have to. I don't want anyone to fall out of the chair. So we're coming forward. If you can touch, fine. If not, that's okay too. So let's come up a little bit. The arm that's free, I'd like you to bring it out to the side and back as far as you can. So if you can do both, that's great. I cannot get the arm that far back without lifting my hand up. Oh, it just popped out. So I guess I'm stretching as I go. And then we're just gonna come, oops, sorry about that. We'll get that later. That's why, actually that's why I put the cover on. Kind of crazy. All right, we're just gonna bring this arm down and this opposite arm up. Good, and then we'll come back. Again, we're gonna clasp those hands together, turn the hands over, and just breathe out this time. Nice and slow, nice and slow. Wonderful. We're going to do some standing yoga in a minute too, but let's just sit back. Heels down, toes up, moving those feet back and forth a little bit, just loosening up your leg, your lower back, moving your head from side to side, doing an ear drop, just bringing the ear toward the shoulder a little bit. And I'd like you to point and flex. We're going to stretch those legs out a little bit. And 4 is coming up. And 5. And 6. And 7. And 8. Feet down. Bringing your back away from the chair just a little bit. Opening those arms. Crossing over. Grabbing your elbows. Let's do a yoga breath here. Breathing up. And exhale as you pull your arms across. Great for your shoulders, upper back, as I said. Let's breathe up here. And exhale across. I like the way this feels. Do you hear any clicking when you do that? It usually doesn't mean a darn thing. And then we'll come back slowly. All right. I'd like you to come forward in your chair. Now before we stand up, I want you to just drop forward. You don't have to try to touch the floor, just keep your head up. And then we'll come back up. We'll put our hands right here. I'm going to kind of go back a little bit and stand up by pushing into your thighs this time. We do it in different ways, but we are trying to get to a point where you can stand up without holding on. So we're going to do some standing yoga. I'm going to give you one of the simplest things, I think, just doing the forward bend, dropping down, letting the weight of your body bring you down. We've done this one before. Can you touch your knees? I think most of you can. Why don't you slide the hands up a little bit? Let's breathe up through the nose. If you need to hold on, that chair is right there. Breathing up. And exhale. Your weight is on the front part of your foot as you do this. Dropping down. It's not a fancy name, forward bend, but it's hard for me at least to remember the Sanskrit words for the asanas, for the yoga forms. All right, now let's bring the arms all the way up this time. And then we'll just drop forward. One more time. You should be able to go a little bit further, so it doesn't take much time to start stretching out. And yoga is great for that. As I mentioned before, let's breathe up again through the nose, holding just for a couple of seconds, and then exhaling, and exhaling, and keep exhaling. Wonderful. Do you feel that in your lower back? And just do what you can do. Just keep that in mind. All right. Now I'm just going to bring those arms up. and up here. Just try to remember to keep your weight forward over the front part of your foot, so you should be able to lift your heels up. If you're too far back like this, it's too dangerous. So keep the weight forward, but not like this. So it's fairly straight. You're tucking under a little bit. Wonderful. And just bring those arms up. Now you can go back a little bit and just do a bend to the side. This is called the half moon. Reaching, reaching, reaching. Great to stretch all the way down your side. And then we'll do the other side. And if you need to hold on, that's okay. You're still stretching. You're still getting a good stretch. Okay, great. Let's bring the arms down. And let's breathe up as we come up. Feet are apart just a little bit. Pull those shoulders down. Good. And we'll do a little bend to the side again. We're not used to doing this kind of thing, so it's going to feel a little bit different, I think. It's the half moon. Wonderful. We'll come back up again and bring the arms down. Now I'd like you to push up, straight up. So I did just breathe out on that one. And we'll bring it back. And we'll bring it to the side. Not turning the body, just the arms. Just the arms and the hands, good. And then to the other side, good. And then we'll come back. Now normally these positions are held a little bit longer. Arms down, your feet are apart just a little bit. And I'd like you to bring one elbow up. You can breathe up if you want. And then just slide that hand down as you exhale. This is the yoga triangle. Good. And then breathing up again. And sliding the arm down. Can you feel that? Again, you need to have the weight over the front part of your foot to do this. And let's come back up and just relax for a minute. We're going to loosen up. And all I want you to do is a little bit of a twist. And if you're tapping your back, that's the area where your kidneys are. So you're waking up your internal organs. That's part of yoga too. Yoga is good for the internal organs, the inside of your body, not just the outside. Wonderful. And it feels good, and you feel free, and you feel like you're doing something good. All right, let's breathe up as we come up. Feet are apart again. And breathe out as you bring your arms back. Breathing up again. This is kind of like the salute to the sun. And then breathing out as you come back and bring those arms up. And squatting is good. Remember that. It's great for balance. So yoga is good for balance too. Up. Can you do one more? I think you can. And then back, and we'll bring those arms up. Wonderful. We'll just relax a little bit. How about to the side? To the side. Just lifting your heel up. Kind of dancing. But I just think it's kind of a nice little stretch to do in between. Good. And what I'd like to try, again, is a triangle. But I'd like to see if you can get that arm down a little bit further. So we're going to bring these arms up. As you breathe up, did you remember to breathe? I'm glad you did. And we'll bend and bring that arm up a little bit. This part's fairly easy, and you're going to slide down on the exhalation. Reach for the sky if you can, and slide down. Let's breathe up through the nose as we come up. Good, and then slide down. And hopefully you're finding that you can get that hand a little further down, maybe here first, then maybe the knee, and then a little bit more. So I kind of like that triangle. Wonderful. And then we'll come back up slowly. Now we're going to do something called connecting heaven and earth. So one palm goes up to the ceiling. It's easy enough. And one palm goes down. And then we bring the hands together. This time we'll do it with the breath. Breathing up. And exhale and just bring your hands together. Great. So we're connecting heaven and earth. Breathing up again. Palms are flat. And then we'll come back up again. And then bringing those hands back on the exhalation. So keep that in mind. Wonderful. Now feet apart this time. We're going to do the warrior pose, which is very common. A lot of pictures have been taken of the warrior pose. And yes, there are different ways to do it. I'm going to give you the most basic. So we're going to breathe up through the nose, bring those arms up. This foot is turned out, this one is not as much. But this right one is turned out. Just turn your head if you can. If it makes you lose your balance or you feel funny, don't do it. Just keep your head here. But if you can just straighten that arm, keep it straight out from the shoulder. This back arm wants to go down, but we're going to try to keep that straight out from the shoulder too. You need a wide stance for this one. And you're going to bend the knee, good, and back, do it again, bend. I like this one, but we're not used to holding our arms up, so you're going to feel it a little bit. If you want to take a little rest, just bring them down. Make sure your weight is slightly forward though, not back on those heels, right? Breathe up through the nose. Back arm wants to go down again, so let's bend that knee in the front. Your palm is facing the floor. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. All right. Now, if you can do this, I should have said this in the beginning. You can stand behind your chair to do these so that you can hold on, but I think maybe you know that anyway. All right, so let's bend that knee again. Now the arm in the back, just drop it down. That's easy, isn't it? Or hold on to your chair. Either one. We're going to breathe up through the nose as we bring the arm back. Oh, this one feels good. I hope it feels good. It's not a movement that we normally do, is it? And bring that arm right back down again. Okay, you can bring your feet a little bit closer. And now you're going to just drop forward again like we did in the beginning. Let those arms just dangle down a little bit. And we're going to do the warrior pose in the opposite direction. So you're going to come up slowly. A nice wide stance. Yes. Bring this arm up. So this foot is turned out. This one is turned in. Bringing it right up from the shoulder. And the arm in the back up a little higher. See that? I can't really feel it, whether it's straight or not. So I have to adjust. Then we're going to bend this knee now. How are your knees today? And good. And 3. Now normally you wouldn't be counting out like this. You would just be holding it. You would be doing it with the yoga breath. I thought I'd give you a little break. And just bring those arms down. They do get tired if you're not used to doing this. And how many times a day do you do that and walk around? Not too many times, right? All right, bring those arms up again. The back arm up, good. And bend the knee. And I'm your mirror, so we're all going that way. And bend that knee, good. And do it again. All right, now let's stop here and just let the back arm come down, or holding on to the chair if you're behind your chair now. And bring that arm back as much as possible. Push those hips forward a little bit, and we'll do a little bit of a back bend. I do like this one. It's great. Okay, bring those feet in. A little bit of slow marching. We're going to end with the child's pose because it's very relaxing. And it's, again, a good stretch for your back. Holding on. We've done a lot for the back and the front and the side. Try to flatten your back out. Your arms are straight. And just think of, if you have a mirror or if you're in a bedroom and there's a bureau, you can check in the mirror to see if your back is flattening out at all. Let's walk back up. This time take a breath first, breathing up. And exhale as you start walking back. Breathing out, flattening that back. So it should go a little bit more this time. It's a great stretch, especially for people with sciatica Don't do it if you're not sure. Ask your doctor. All right. And let's come back up again. And we're going to do it one more time because I really like this one and I think it's really good for us. So we're going to breathe up. And exhale and walk back again. And it should be even flatter if you can possibly do it. So I'm going to keep going here and see how flat I can get it. I've been practicing a little bit. All right. And I know you can feel that in the back of the knee. So let's have a seat. And now we're just going to really relax and do nothing. We're going to use our yoga breath. Okay, grab some water if you need to. We just have about a minute and a half here. So we're going to just breathe up together. And then exhale. Don't forget to hold it for a second or two. What I'd like you to do is to stay where you are and just sit for a few minutes because I had planned to give you a little longer meditation today. So do it on your own. Just relax now. Grab some water. And thanks for joining us today. And just do what you can to stay in shape. I give you lots of ideas. And yoga is one of them if you want to be calmer. So thanks again and namaste.